Thank you so much, Chakravarthi garu, not putting me on the spot. I think like the earlier occasions, he always made me to open I think as the first batsman, rather, I think first time he has allowed me to have the first one down. Rather, I think opening the sessions and all those things. Thank you so much, sir. A very good morning and namaskar to the August gathering. Chakravarthi garu, thank you for inviting me for this important TG Packcon 2024. The summit for future ready packaging for the 2 days summit and all. Of course, with all my dignitaries on the dais and also the doyens of industry and in the gathering and all. Ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. I think a lot of nice words as mentioned about me by Chakravarthi garu. I think probably now I have to justify that. In that sense, I think why I'm here and all. Apart from the background, what I am in the regulatory and all, now of course I'm in that completely on the facilitator role. We all know that I think why I'm trying to put, I think probably some brief of those things and why the packaging kind of things, how it will be really useful, or rather how it will be really important in that sense and all. We all know that pharmaceutical industry is one of the most knowledge-based, very technically intensive industry and all, and holds a very significant potential for global healthcare advancement. I think having known these, recognizing also the opportunities and India's pharmaceutical industry's capabilities and all, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India has established the Pharmaceutical Export Promotion Council of India almost like 2 decades ago under the foreign trade policy. In that sense, I think I'm here as the Director General of Pharmaceutical Export Promotion Council of India. And we all know that India's pharmaceutical industry is a cornerstone of the nation's economy and is shining example how the innovations, its resilience and commitment for affordability can transform global healthcare. As we all know that I think India is known as the pharmacy of the world, as rightly mentioned by Chakravarthi garu, that it caters to the needs of a global population almost to the 200 nations and destinations and all. And it has a diverse pharmaceutical presence covering all therapeutic segments and dosage forms and has consistently delivered high quality and affordable medicines to billions of people. And we all say that this is our USP, that is affordability and of course the quality of the medicines and all. I think when we try to put some of those stats into that one, I think the nation pharmaceutical exports is valued about 27.85 billion USD the last financial year, last financial 24. And in fact, is a testament to its technical prowess and the dedication to addressing international healthcare challenges. When I say that it is 27.85 billion USD for exports, actually equal amount of drugs are being consumed in this country, which is of course 1.4 billion population. So almost the sector is around 54 billion USD, and it is trying to aspire to have an ambitious goal of reaching 120 to 130 billion USD by 2030. And of course, I think I'll be much more ambitious to say that I think maybe it will be reaching around 350 to 400 US billion dollars by 2047 when India be 100 years in its independence, 2047. So this exponential growth of India's pharmaceutical reflects its robust capabilities. And it's of course the exports are witnessed around a double-digit growth, I think, in comparison to the last years and all. And in the year on year, I think last 10 years also it is almost like that. So I think, and in the entire component of that one, exports and all, if you can see that, I think formulations and biologicals are contributing the largest share, almost like 73%, around 20.54 billion, and followed by APIs and drug intermediates around 4.5, 4.8 and 1.2 of vaccines and all those things. Why I'm trying to give you these figures and all is that these are the products. And once these are the products, and of course you have to pack them. that is the job which you have on your hand. I think that's the purpose of this, having this summit and all. How best you can able to pack them, because these are things has to reach to the far reaching and all, and in the consumer's point of view and all. These are ever demands, high demands of the patients and all. It is in that sense. So the sector's performance ranks, it's almost like it is one of the top 5 contributors, constituting around 9.67% of total merchandise exports, underscoring its critical economic role and a remarkable achievement for a knowledge-driven industry. So having said that this is the kind of industry and its prominence and its role in the India's GDP. I think in 2015 it was around about 1.25, 1.23 and all. I think it is aspiring to be double by 2025 or something like that, almost like 2.5. So this is the kind of significance it has as a pharmaceutical sector in India's economy. And its global footprint of India's pharmaceutical products, as I rightly said, that I think almost like 200 countries, around 70% of exports goes to the highly regulated market like US, UA, European Union and other countries, followed by is that Africa and LAC and all those things. So when I say that highly regulated markets, naturally their expectations are also very high in terms of the regulatory compliances with respect to not only the product, but in terms of the packaging also. These are some of those things which I think Anilji has already mentioned with respect to the packaging and all, what kind of a packagings and all, and how they have to be. And of course, it depends on the products and all those things, primary packing, secondary packing, tertiary, and of course, so on and so forth. And as we all know that the cost component with respect to the packaging will be around 15 to 20% if I'm rightly know about these things and all, how the cost component with respect to the entire the final cost on the production. So naturally that is a very significant portion of it, and naturally I think the industry which is looking into the packing industry and all, and the kind of innovation which is required for this one because to suit to the USP of our products, that is high quality and as well as affordability. In that sense, I think probably our innovations will be driven to that level that our cost with respect to the packaging is also is encompassed into our affordability component when we are trying to cater to the needs of the global populations. I think that is what I want to try to make it a point, that this is where we probably all chip in that way. And we all know that the global pharmaceutical market is now around about $1.6 to $1.9 trillion kind of a thing. And of course, by 2028, by 2030, it is almost reaching about 2 to 3 trillions kind of a things. And in that sense, what are we and now? In that sense, where we can able to reach to that level, whether Indian pharmaceutical industry can grow to that level of now we are at 56 billion USD. In terms of the whole of the sector, and of course half of it goes to exports and all. And when we go by 2030 and all, when we are looking at 120, how much it will be. So in all these senses, probably the cost component which also involved into this one with respect to the products, with respect to the packaging and all, is the one which has to be looked into, and definitely the industry will be trying to look for the solutions in that sense. And we all have, as I rightly said, that most of the products will be in terms of formulations, in terms of biologicals. I think these are the coming years and all. It will be not only will be the generics, it will be the complex generics, it will be drug and device, it will be more of a novel drug delivery systems, it will be more of biosimilars, biopharmaceuticals, and then these are all very sensitive products and all. I think because the patient requirements are growing more and more, and with respect to immunotherapies and all, I think these are all some of those different class of drugs which requires a different kind of packaging, and definitely, as we all know, that the product stability also depends on this one. So in that sense, I think probably we will be trying to innovate. I think what has already been mentioned, that innovating today for tomorrow's global marketing challenges and all. I think somewhere ChatGPT has says that innovating not today, it must have been done by yesterday itself. I think something like that it is being coming up. Your innovation must have been done by yesterday, so that it will be catering for the tomorrows and all. So that is the kind of level the global expectations are, that by this time we should have reached to that level and all. Nevertheless, I think the pharmaceutical sector in this country is growing in the leaps and bounds and all. And definitely one of those technologies which we'll be looking for is that artificial intelligence, machine learning, maybe those are some of those tools which will help us in understanding what exactly a sort of packaging is required. I think Anilji has already mentioned about sustainability. Probably in the afternoon session, we'll be listening to some of those important guests here, or I think speakers with respect to sustainability, which is a buzzword now going on the global phenomena, that sustainability is a part and parcel of your product in terms of manufacturing, in terms of packaging, and in terms of your circular economy, whatever it may be. All those things are a part of it and all. I think These are some of those aspects, thought processes and all going into it, and definitely these AI and ML will try to help us in a way to understand what are those things which are required for those products and all. And definitely the packaging is not only for our pharmaceutical manufacturing, probably for the other aspects like your advanced analyticals and all those things and all. It will be useful analysis and all, and definitely it will help a lot in that sense. And we are now in an era of Industry 4.0, and definitely transforming our manufacturing and reducing the errors and all. These are very much required to reduce your costs and all those things and all, and definitely enhancing the efficiency, and thereby all those things, the cost components will be bringing down. And these are some of those thought processes and all. Thereby, I think probably it will make our country very well placed by the time we reach by 2030 and 2047. And definitely, I am sure that in these 2 days, in the summit, I think a lot of discussions will be there. There will be a lot of churning will be there in terms of the product packaging which is required, specifically suitable for the pharmaceutical products which we are producing. And definitely a word from in terms of Telangana and all, we all know around almost like 700 odd industries are there in terms of APIs, bulk drugs, whether it is vaccines and all, since it is also a vaccine capital and all. We have bulk drug capital here and all. So definitely these are the companies which are looking for those solutions and all in terms of the suitable packaging and also at the suitable price and all. I think I'm sure that the summit will really help in bringing those solutions to these things. And with that, I thank Chakravarthi Garu for giving me this opportunity for a very important summit of this kind on their 4th edition in Hyderabad. Thank you so much.